This is a project that I return to probably every couple of years. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a fairly easy project, and you can do it in a relatively short amount of time. I mean, it's a weekend project. And here's a small sample of some of the boxes that I've made in the past. I really like these two boxes. This one, not so much. It's kind of ugly. It just sits here in the shop on a shelf for some reason. I've made probably, I don't know, a couple of dozen of these things. I give them away as gifts, and it's always nice because the recipient, 9 times out of 10, they know nothing about woodworking. They don't really know this process, and you make it where you can't see the glue lines, and it becomes somewhat baffling. Like, ooh, how did you make this? And when somebody asks a woodworker, how did you make this? That's like the greatest compliment you can give a woodworker. So it's always nice to hear that. So these boxes, great opportunity to try out some different wood species, to experiment with some different colors, and just overall a great project. So today I'm going to take a piece of 8/4 maple, and I'm going to sandwich that in between a couple of pieces of 4/4 babinga. And I'm gonna make a blank and draw my box on that and start the process from there. So if you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave those down below. Also, click on the subscribe button. Be sure to subscribe to this channel because I've got a ton of content coming up, lots of plans for this channel, and I do think you will enjoy that content. So let's go ahead and get started on this box. I didn't mention earlier, one of the other great things about bandsaw boxes is the minimum tool requirement. A bandsaw is a must, obviously. It is a bandsaw box, but also an oscillating spindle sander will make your life a whole lot easier. It's not a necessity, but it's definitely nice to have. The first couple of boxes I made, I had to sand by hand, and it definitely was a lot of work. But anyways, I've got a 1/8" blade installed on the bandsaw, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this initial shape out. Now that my box is good and sanded, the first thing I need to do is I need to cut the back off of this. And I've made a line a quarter of an inch in from the back of this box. And I'm going to follow that line and I'm going to go ahead and remove the back. I'm going to set this back piece aside that I just cut off. Set that aside for now, and I'm going to draw the shape of the drawer on the front of this, and then take it to the bandsaw, cut that out, and then we can come back and glue that back onto the box. Back at the bandsaw, and I'm ready to make my drawer, and I'm gonna handle this very much like I did the rest of the box. I've drawn a line a quarter of an inch in from the front, and I've drawn one a quarter of an inch in from the back, and I'm gonna cut both of those off, the front and the back, and then I'm gonna remove most of the drawer material, and then I'm gonna glue that back together. Now that I got both of these glued up, I've got a lot of sanding to do. I'm going to start here with the oscillating spindle sander, and I'm going to sand the bulk of this away. I really need to get these nice and flush. And I don't want to get too aggressive, so I want it to have a good fit inside this box. So I'm going to start there, and I'm going to finish sand it. I'm going to use my ROS sander some, and then I'm going to have to do some of this by hand just because of the shape of the box. And I'm going to take it up to 180 grit, and I'm going to be careful to round over all the edges and get rid of those sharp corners. Well, this project's shaping up nicely. All I have left is to make a pull, glue that to the drawer, apply some kind of a finish, and this project will be done. that concludes today's video. I think this box looks great. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.